Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today, we'll be going over an Oyster Perpetual Datejust 36 by Rolex in an oyster steel case, domed bezel, white dial with silver, or rather white gold Roman numerals, and an oyster style bracelet. Reference number 126200. All right, we'll be going over the case, dial, bezel, crown, the crown functions rather, the movement, as well as the bracelet. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on all of those as we go through the video. All right, so today this case right here is 36 millimeters, as indicated in the name, Datejust 36, from finger to thumb, 36 millimeters all the way across. All right, it has a monoblock middle case with a screw down case back and winding crown, all of that to ensure a 100 meter or 330 feet water resistance. Very strong for a timepiece like this. All right, it is entirely made of oyster steel from head to toe, case to bracelet, however you want to call it. So that means it is Rolex's own proprietary blend of steel and other materials, other elements rather, to make this high polish that you see along all the case flanks, the lugs, the face of the watch, including the domed bezel, all the way around. So it allows for that high polish as well as strength in equal measure. Right? Looking at the bezel here, it is a domed style bezel, also made of oyster steel, so it makes a very good cohesive look altogether, making it a very nice, shiny, and very high polished look altogether. All right. Looking at the dial now, we also have this white dial, rather, well, I would hardly say plain, but it's very basic and it gets the job done. A white dial, so it matches that with the rest of the oyster steel here, so it makes it, you know, very cohesive in its look. There's nothing too flashy here. If you want to sort of blend in, just have this be your timepiece, your everyday wear watch, this would be an excellent choice. With this white dial, the hour marks are also Roman numerals, all the way counting up, minus the 12 and the 3, the 12 being the Rolex crown, the 3 being taken up by the date aperture, which can be seen quite clearly under this Cyclops lens directly on the sapphire crystal, also scratch resistant. All right, so this dial, white with white gold applied Roman numeral hour marks, gives it a very nice look. Very overall, not much texture here, but you're going for a sort of a minimalist look here. And at the very end here, as you can see sweeping from the center, we have the seconds hand that goes along that that outer track, slightly bolded index marks for each 5 seconds or each hour or every 5 minutes, however you want to read it. Okay, and now taking a look at the functions here, it functions as you would expect. Simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch. All right, so all you really need from a dead stop is about like 20 or 30 full winds and you're good to go. As soon as you feel that damping starting to ramp up, you know you've reached pretty much the full capacity for the mainspring. Pull it out to the next position, and now you can rotate it clockwise about a quarter turn to advance the date by 1. Now this is the shortest throw I've ever seen for any sort of watch that has a date, an instant rapid setting date. All right, so if you find yourself on the 30th of a month and you need to advance to the 1st, it's got you covered very easily there. All right, pull the crown out to a final position, and note that it actually stops that seconds hand. That's a hacking function which allows you to effectively just move the minute hand anywhere you need for precise time setting. All right, press the crown all the way back in and screw it tightly back against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. All right, so what makes all of this work is inside, it's the 3235 caliber made in-house by Rolex. It gives you a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing, which exceeds Swiss standards of timekeeping. It also has, again, that center, hour, minute, and seconds hands with the instantaneous date setting with the stop seconds for precise time setting, all of which I had just demonstrated. All right, the oscillator on the inside has a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring. You can't see it through this case back, but it also has a high performance set of Paraflex shock absorbers. So what does that all mean? Effectively, you can get pretty close to magnets and it won't have any sort of adverse effect on its timekeeping ability. And likewise, you can probably go adventuring with this, although I wouldn't really consider this a sports watch. You could, take a few bumps, preferably not scrapes, but just a few bumps, and it won't disrupt the timekeeping ability as well. It also has a bidirectional self-winding via a perpetual rotor on the inside, so that means all you need to do is just wind this one up once, and the natural movements of your wrist will actually keep it wound up to a 70-hour power reserve. That is extremely impressive for a mechanical automatic winding watch. So effectively, you can place this down on a Friday evening, you can pick it back up on a Monday morning, ready to conduct business. No need to wind the watch at all, assuming that it was fully wound when you set it down. All right, now looking at the framing here, we also have the Oyster style bracelet, flat 3-piece links all the way down, very slight taper down from the lugs. We have a satin brush finishing on the outer portions, high polish on the center, complete with my fingerprints, along with the high polish along the sides there. All right, leading down to the clasp, we have the Oyster folding clasp, which opens really easily. Just get your finger underneath the top and it pops open very easily. And on the inside here, we know that it is working with steel, as we can see on these tiny hallmarks here. All right, and what is great about the Oyster Clasp is that it has this Easy Link 5mm extension. So when it gets hot during the day, you need to hydrate yourself. Maybe you drank a bowl of soup, really spicy soup, for example, and you need to hydrate yourself, and you need those extra little bit of bracelet because your wrist has swollen up. No fear. Simply open up the clasp to this point and just pull it straight out, and that gives you an extra 5mm of extension, so no need to remove any links or add any links, so you have that extra bit of space when you need it on the fly. All right, and while we're here, we can actually try it on and see how it feels on the wrist. I can give you some more of my thoughts there. All right, so on the wrist, now I did measure the lug-to-lug distance on this. It was about 40, I believe it was 43mm exactly, all right? And it also has an 11.7mm thickness. And what does that mean? It means that it slides very easily under a suit cuff, and also with a wrist like mine, 7 inches in circumference, I have an excellent framing of the case by the bracelet, because I can see the bracelet on both sides. It has a really good overall profile and look when I check the time. Very easy to see as well with the 36mm diameter case, so the dial fills out that area very splendidly. I have a good sense of white space, and the Roman numerals command a very, very high hierarchy, visual hierarchy level, so it makes it very easy to read, very easy to wear, and it just looks plain excellent. All right, when it comes to the weight, it's a Datejust 36. You're not going to be carrying a whole lot on you, so it's relatively light. You can barely tell that you're wearing anything, and with the counterbalance, the counterweight of the bracelet versus the case, it's not as much as what you would find with the case, so the center of balance is pretty close to center, but a little bit closer to that of the case. You're not going to be swinging it wildly around and fear that you'll just turn your wrist and you'll smack a doorknob, unless that's your thing and you like smacking watches on doorknobs. Please don't do that, but it's hardly noticeable. Okay, and that, I believe, is an excellent feature of any watch, because I don't like carrying something on my wrist for too long. I don't like having to avoid those somehow magnetic doorknobs and those desk corners. So anyway, enough of what I think. What do you think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below what you think, and does the style look too plain, or is it just right for you? Let us know, and also hit that like button if you learned something from this video, and also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell notification so you'll be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, just discontinued, current production like this one, or a used one, let us know. at our website. Links down in the description below, jazztime.com. And we'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.